really hope the people that were throwing temper tantrums before this show premiered and screaming Star Wars is dead aren't watching this show. Star Wars is dead to you. You don't get to watch this amazing series. Get out of here. Go on. Get.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
So I did another video talking about episode 1 and 2. I'm going to talk about episode 3 and 4 in this video just because I had surgery and my timing got mixed up. Normally I'll review it episode by episode, so just in case you're thinking, wow, episode 3 was like 2 weeks ago, dude. Yeah, I know. Sorry. So episode 3 and 4 were just as good as the first two. Honestly, I live for Baby Yoda, and I don't think Baby Yoda is going anywhere anytime soon. I think maybe this season we have 4 more episodes that will get a name for the Baby Yoda and maybe even learn Yoda's species so we can stop calling him Baby Yoda, even though Baby Yoda is a really cute name. Also, he's gonna have to work really hard to keep him and the child safe, since no matter where the child goes, he's going to be tracked down. So he needs to take out the people that want him. So I don't know if maybe he's gonna circle back around to that planet to take care of them, or maybe they're going to hunt him down to the point where they have a direct face-to-face confrontation. I don't think the old Imperial officer would do that. I think he would just keep sending out bounties to take care of it. Now, what are they using this Baby Yoda for? I made a theory video. Honestly, I think the fact that it is very strong in the Force, Yoda's species lives a long time, so obviously this child who's 50 years old is still a baby despite being 50 years old, so maybe it's tapping into basically immortality. I mean, I feel like if you can live up to 1,000+ years, you're kind of immortal. I know you're not exactly. You're not quite mortal. That's in one of my favorite books I ever read when I was a little girl, Hero and the Crown. So maybe that's it. But I have a feeling that the old Imperial officer is trying to figure out maybe some method to eternal youth through that species. And I also know this is super tinfoil, and I'm really sorry, but I kind of wonder if this is another contingency plan of Palpatine. Palpatine had a lot of plans just in case things went south for him, and maybe Palpatine, one of his orders was, you need to find the species Yoda is a part of, and you need to figure out how to de-age me or make me stronger, bring back my youth, so I can finally get the empire that I want. Or maybe another side plan, if that doesn't work, is Palpatine will take control of Rey or Kylo's body. I mean, we know if he died and he attached his consciousness to something, you can open up to the afterlife and bring your physical body back to life, but I doubt he would want to be a old, weak man, an elderly man anymore, so maybe that's where the Yoda species comes in, trying to de-age him. I don't know. These are the theories in my head. I don't watch, as a general rule, channels that talk about the franchises I talk about, because I don't want to get mixed up in that opinion-wise and all that. So if this is a common theory, can you let me know in the comment section down below? Do a lot of people think that this is a whole link to Palpatine and what the old Imperial officer is trying to do with the Yoda species? I don't know. Though I would love to see Palpatine take over Kylo or Rey. Ooh, or him to be inside of Rey. I know what way you're gonna take that, and I know what way I meant, so shame on you. This is a family-friendly channel. It's actually not. Please don't let children watch these videos. Now, and I know this is going to get me into a lot of trouble, and I'm really sorry for saying this, but I'm going to admit it. I was never a big fan of the Mandalorians. They just kind of weren't my thing. It's not that they were bad and I disliked them. They just were kind of a part of the Star Wars universe, and there they were. But in episode 3, with the whole this is the way and them flying around and giving the Mando time to get the Baby Yoda to his ship, I'm in love. And also, I want to admit that I was excited for the first live-action Star Wars TV show, but I didn't want it to be about a Mandalorian, and I am glad that I was wrong, because, yeah, this series is amazing. On the old Imperial tech, I kind of like that now that the Empire is gone, or they were dealt that devastating blow with the second Death Star being destroyed 5 years before this show, and then you still have the remnants and warlords and whatever, and you have Palpatine's contingency plans and them also going into the unknown regions. Not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal, but I like that there was this Imperial tech left behind that you now see people taking to attack and dominate. With Cara Dune, this isn't the last we've seen of her. I actually really liked her character. I thought it was awesome. I love, too, that the Mando is slightly better than her, and he drew his gun first, and she knew she would have been dead, so I don't know. I really like her character. I don't think she's just for one episode. We're gonna see her again. There's a bounty after her, so maybe she's going to have to move on after so much attention was brought to that planet. Maybe she teams up again with the Mando. I just feel like they hyped her up too much, and then Favreau also told her her role in The Mandalorian would change her life, like the whole direction of her life, and this was a huge thing for her. So I feel like the way they talked it up, this isn't a one episode and we never see her again. Also, and maybe this is a little bit of cheating, the actress for Cara talked about different things she does in this series, and we didn't see some of those things, so either they cut it out or it's going to be in a future episode. I don't know. Because definitely, I feel like for the next 4 episodes, the 4 episodes that are left, because this is only 8 episodes in season 1, but don't worry, they're already working on season 2, that the Mando is going to try to get the child to safety and keep him away from bounty hunters, and I think she's going to come back in and join, and I think eventually he's going to have to go back and kill that guy because he won't stop. Now, if more than him is after the Baby Yoda, I think the Mandalorian's gonna be super fucked. This next part isn't necessarily a bad thing, but there definitely are minor characters in this show that are a bit hollow and cheesy. I feel like that would be my only complaint. However, Star Wars has always been a bit cheesy, so I guess it does work. It's just certain characters like Grief Karga, he was hamming it up maybe a little bit too much, just a tiny bit too much, but I don't know, I feel like you kind of have to accept cheesiness if you're watching anything Star Wars. It's about magic wizards in space. Also, and I know this sounds incredibly girly, but I love how polite the Mando is. He just is, thank you, yes please. He's a badass that has manners and a heart of gold. I love that. Very rarely do you see these big, like, awesome Banff guys having manners. And every time he says, oh, that was very thoughtful of you, that was very nice, thank you, please, I fall even more in love with him. Also, they're going to be selling Baby Yoda Funko Pops in the future, and I'm definitely buying one of those. Also, I'm not sponsored by Funko Pop, or Disney, or Lucasfilm. I'm not sponsored by anyone, except for the lovely people that support me on Patreon. But those are my thoughts. You can let me know what your thoughts are about The Mandalorian. Are you liking it? Do you dislike it? Are you kind of just, Are you actually not watching it, but you just clicked on a Star Wars video to tell people you don't like Star Wars? That's hella weird, dude.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.